Well, maybe.
They're just trying to suck women in. Innocent young women.
Oh, no.
Take advantage of them.
Get them into D&D.
Not
Their
again.
obsession with shiny things.
My weakness. Shush.
Well,
Wait, you mean jewelry stores?
I thought it was D&D.
They had necklaces on here too.
Dice necklaces?
Yes, actually. And crystals.
Well, speaking about suckering people into D&D, do we want to get to this week's episode?
Consider
we should
me
eventually.
sucked.
All right, I will. Do you guys remember what happened last week?
We
We got
fought a
thumped.
living armour in the training room.
Oh, yes. 4 of them.
Yes.
4 of them, in fact.
Yeah.
You did.
was
That was not long after you met Qualkin and had a sleepover at the top of the tower for 10 minutes.
Well, three slept and Horacio was doing
Yeah, he
something.
He was having the quality 14-year-old sleepover.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had a chat.
Talking about boys you liked and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
And yes, and then we went down and you arrived in the training room and a bunch of animated armors came and attacked. So you defended yourself. Successfully.
Yeah, I hid in the cage.
Yeah, mostly.
You overcame your
Took a bunch
fear.
of damage.
Overcoming might be a stretch, but it was either that or fight armors.
Yeah,
So it was
that's
more or
true.
lesser of two evils. I don't know if I overcame anything.
And so the dust settles from that encounter, and what do you guys want to do? You've got the elevator in the middle of this room. You know it goes further down.
Who's hurt? Salves, etc. Anyone like a salve?
Me, please.
Come here, you.
I'm pretty sure I've already been salved today.
Have you had your daily dose of salves, Svieta?
I've been salved, thank you.
Very good.
Me. Take my shirt off.
Oh,
I don't think you need to do that.
oh, he
Sorry,
does.
off. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
He with abs like that, he needs to.
Do the front first.
Stop it! I can only give you so much salve. All right.
Can I check these armors while they're salving away? Is it salvageable?
So you bend down, take a look at the armor, and this was an animated armor, so it's a monster. So I've actually had this question this week about can you use animated armor for
7 healing.
like to sell or to utilize as plate mail? And I think the answer is essentially no. It's kind of ruined after you guys hacked them all to pieces and destroyed them.
Yeah.
So it's only really good for scrap metal and leather at this point.
Oh, leather straps for Wodun.
Leather straps would be available.
Maybe I might take a couple.
Okay. How are you guys going at the end of the room? I see you've stripped down. It's not really appropriate for in the studio, but
Don't look.
Yeah, don't look. We're done.
okay.
I actually might self-apply.
Well, how much are you on?
If I was a guessing man, and a man of numbers, shall we say, I'd probably put myself at about a third of my maximum, which would be 12.
Oh my gosh.
That is low.
Do you?
Imagine if I didn't hide.
Are you going to salve or heal? Because I can heal you.
Yeah, I'll let you.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
I'll allow there's some fishy going on,
It's not fishy.
but I'm all for it. So yes, should I take my shirt off as well? Or?
If you like.
No, not really.
Okay.
Okay, you can do the cold thing again. I'm ready.
I'm just considering. I've got 1 slot of third left, 1 slot second, and 2 slots of first.
I've got 1 slot of first and 0 slots of anything.
Okay.
Oh, really? You're that low?
I'm tapped.
All right.
I've been throwing them out. I did quite a bit of healing in that last one.
All right. I'm gonna cast it 2nd level then.
Do I stand like this, or...?
Just as you normally would, and I'll put my hands back on you, and you'll feel that cold sensation. Just gonna bless on the dice.
Oh.
Or curse yourself, one of the two.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. 17.
Whoa,
That's huge.
It's a bit of a heal.
that's freezing but invigorating.
Yeah.
Thanks
17.
again.
You're welcome. We don't need you going down.
Anyone else sore? I know I've actually, I don't have much to offer. Maybe Svieta can help you.
I might heal. Oh, no, I'll be fine for now. I know we just had the rest upstairs, but do you mind if we have another nap?
I think we should.
Yeah, you're
maybe
looking
not a
pretty rough
spell-driven
there,
one.
Carnelian. Yeah, let's have a little sit. Is here a good spot?
I guess.
Training room with the armors?
So you know on this floor, which you've sort of done some exploration of already, that there is the barracks, which you'd first fought a bunch of Durgar coming out of monster closets in. There is another room with another elevator pretty much opposite to where you are now. There's Zardarok's war room and his bedroom, but it was last you saw it was filled with poison. And there's Lady Musgart was eating very close to here as well.
Could always go... No, actually, no, scrap that idea. Nothing. Where should we go?
Should we just stay here?
I mean, it looks defensible.
Do these doors open inwards or outwards? The double doors that go back to the main hallway?
Inwards.
Wodun's going to take the boob statue off his back,
Right.
put his, cloak or knapsack on it, and kind of lay against the door.
It's not... It's... So you know that it's not a super heavy one or anything like that, right? Like
The
it's-
door?
No, the statue. Like it's
Yeah, I'm just using it as a pillow.
Oh, right. I see. Sorry, I thought you were barring the door with it. Okay, yeah.
Barring the door with me.
Yep, okay. Fair enough.
I'm ready for bed.
So if anybody pushes against the door, they're going to be pushing against Wodun.
Yes. And these boobs. Let's pinch them.
What are they made from?
Obsidian?
Do they yield to the touch?
I yield to their touch.
It is made of Chardolin.
Charlatan boobs.
Oh, wow. They're not yielding.
They're cold to the touch.
It's a bit chilly.
Why do you want that?
I don't know, I just saw it and I was instantly attached to it for some reason. Some unknown reason.
Maybe it reminds him of home.
Maybe that woman that
Oh,
you shouldn't
yeah.
have hooked up with, but then did.
Yeah, it does look a bit like what's her name?
And just for clarity, this is just literally a pair of boobs, right? There's no face or anything.
Let me go back over it. I'll read it from... It's a nude female Durgar with no facial features and a spiked crown atop her bald head.
Still look like what's her name?
No. It's much more hideous.
Does have boobs, though. So,
Ooh,
I mean...
now we're talking.
You just slice the head off, chop it off, and
It's like it was never there.
yeah.
I might start using this as my packed weapon. It's got a spiky crown on top. I could make it work.
Or like a mace like this one. Show
Yeah,
you my
yeah.
Kalimbo mace. Could you?
Actually, would it make the good top of a hammer? Like the actual hammer bit of a warhammer?
You could use the boobs for the hand grip. It's contoured, you know. Every time you hold your mace, you grab a pair of boobs.
Ergonomic.
It's ergonomics.
I'm not entirely sure, as a DM, how I should react to a player taking a 2-foot statue of a naked Durgar and using it as a weapon.
Parts of it, the good bits.
Maybe
So,
get...
could you craft me a pommel for this?
I got some wood.
We can
We've got
surely
leather.
There's some wood in this.
No, I always have
Can you
wood.
pact an improvised weapon?
I don't know.
I'm always carrying wood.
What about the training dummies in this room?
Yeah, so... Sorry, I've just been thrown by pacting nude statues.
It happened.
Scattered around, there's several training dummies made of wood and sackcloth, and the plate mail, but you don't see anything else. You have picked up some warhammers, I believe, from the Durgar you fought recently.
Weren't they war picks?
War picks, sorry, you're correct.
I want a warhammer.
Yeah, no,
Cut those handles off.
correction. There. And you've got some javelins as well, and those Durgar also had shields. So, there is that, if that helps. But I'm going to continue seeing if boobies can be packed in. So, give me a minute. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
What would you name the weapon if you could pact with it?
Boob cliff.
Nice. Of
You didn't
course.
see that coming. No.
I just wanted to
Haven't
make
been paying
sure.
attention.
I didn't, and I still laughed. It was good.
So, I don't know how this is going to work. Magic weapons, you need to spend an hour packing them to be able to do that.
Oh!
You don't need to pact a specific weapon. You can always create a packed weapon if you don't have a magic item packed. You can use your action to create a packed weapon in your empty hand. You choose the form this melee weapon takes each and every time you create it. You're proficient with it and you wield it. This weapon counts as magical for the purposes of overcoming resistance, etc. So, I guess in a way, you don't need a weapon to pact it if it's non-magical. You can just make it in any form you want. In theory, it could probably be the form of a naked lady, but
Perfection.
I'm just going to say, for simplicity's sake, you can't pact the statue as a weapon.
Oh, man!
Boo! It'll also help my psychological well-being. Thank you.
Alright, so, after we take a rest here, we bust out here, explore the rest of this floor, and then we go, I guess, to find the dragon? Because we've been downstairs.
Not all the way
We
down.
haven't been in the bottom.
Oh, the
yet.
bedroom was on this floor, hey?
Yes.
Okay, right.
You're effectively in the middle floor
Yeah.
of this place.
There's supposed to be some stuff down the bottom, I believe.
There was a chapel and a throne room. I don't know what else.
Which may hold some clues to eradicating this dragon construct.
I hope so.
Well, I'm gonna sit down now.
And I'm gonna lay down.
Does any of you want to do anything else? Is there anything else that you'd like to do at this stage?
I will also sit down beside Wodun to add another layer of weight against the door. So, Wodun,
What? Yes?
your incessant lying still persists even though we know what you are. I don't understand.
I wasn't lying about what I am.
No, but you just lie in general as a personality trait?
I don't know, I just think it's fun. It's
Fair.
just making things interesting, you know.
It feels unnecessary.
It probably is. I'm sure my life would be a lot easier if I didn't do these things, but sometimes things just come out of my mouth and I have to deal with the consequences. It's really beyond my control.
Does that not stress you out? I feel
not really.
stressed.
Would you like me to keep my mouth shut?
No, definitely not. It's got a nice baritone to it.
I will try and tell fewer lies.
If you can. I don't want to...
I mean, I might tell some still, but I'll cut it back. Just for you, Svieta.
Thank you. But what are you and why are you?
I'm an Asimar.
Still, like, Horacio kind of knew what that was, but I don't understand.
Basically, I have some celestial blood in my bloodline. It wasn't my direct parents. I never met my grandparents. I don't know how far back it was or how far back it could be. But, yeah, I think it was on my mother's side. That's about all I know. And so I guess I just inherited the gene. And, yeah, I was born a little bit different.
Very different.
I mean, not that different. You didn't know until now.
I mean, yeah, you kind of just look like a human.
I'm gonna walk over as well, and hearing that you guys are talking about Wodun being an Asimar, I'm gonna sit down against the door as well, on the other side, so we form like a Svieta sandwich. And yeah, so does that mean you can fly, or like, can you pray? Like, do you have any religious connotations? Because, you know, angels.
To be honest, no. We weren't a religious family. Yeah, it just wasn't what my parents were into. It does seem strange, doesn't it? My powers don't come from a deity or anything. It's more, I guess you could say it's somewhat of a pact.
I see. Something of a lineage?
Well, yes, those powers are from my lineage. My arcane powers, most of my arcane powers are from, you may have heard of the man under the mountain that I've mentioned before.
Well, yes. I think you had a very close encounter with him some days prior,
Yes.
which I definitely knew about.
Yes. And I definitely remember that.
Makul, right?
Makul, that's him, yes.
Is he, so he's not a deity, so he's a devil?
I don't know what he is. He could be a devil or a demon. He's certainly not a god, that's for sure. But he was on our plane, and he was a very powerful entity. That's about the extent of my knowledge. I was very young at the time when my father made the pact for me. I think I was maybe 8 to 12 years old.
So does
Maybe
that mean,
younger, I can't remember.
Does that mean Beefcliff is that old too?
Yeah, that is when I got Beefcliff.
He must have been a strapping 8-year-old.
Quite
that.
I was given it at the young age, but I first wielded him when I turned 18. When I was finally, big enough to wield it.
I see. Can I do a check to see if I know anything about Makul, or if I've read about him?
I'm not sure if we've done this.
It
You
sounds
can do a.
familiar.
I think you have, but
Yeah.
don't quote me on that, because I'm still thinking about your son.
Aren't we all?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. So Tim, you can roll a religion check on that one.
Roger Dodger. Okay. 10?
10. Doesn't ring that much of a bell.
Hey.
What you're sort of like thinking, you're going through deities in your head. You've done some study, recent. It's more of a recent thing for you, and
Yeah.
you think that because a lot of gods also have multiple names, so you're sort of going through that maybe that's another name for a different deity or a different very powerful entity, but you just can't think of it.
It rings my toll bell, but I can't quite pin it down.
He's an elusive man.
Have you ever encountered him before last time? Was that the first encounter?
Well, not before the encounter in Caer Dineval.
Yes.
I hadn't seen him in a while. When I did start using Beefcliff for the first time, just after my 18th, wild party. Couldn't lift it for 2 days afterwards, Massive headache. He stopped by and told me about, that I need to, feed the weapon and all this weird stuff that I didn't really get at the time. And then I hadn't seen him for quite a while, but then I saw him again in Caer Dineval.
I see. Did I know that, or did Horacio know that you saw him again? Did you make this knowledge apparent to everyone?
I think you guys saw me maybe at the end of the encounter, and I think maybe Svieta asked about it.
Yeah.
And I told you about Makul a little
You
bit.
definitely mentioned that name. I think maybe even going through Goodmead, either to East Haven or from East Haven.
I have talked about it before with you guys.
Yeah, in my house.
Right.
Yeah.
In my house.
In my house.
Anyway, Svieta, since you're here,
Yes.
I need to know. When you did that chili heal on me,
Did you like it?
I don't know. How did I feel when she did it to me?
You would have felt not a sense of dread, but you felt really cold. Whether or not that brings discomfort to Horatio is up to you.
Okay, so there were no other feelings that went with it? Okay.
No, it was quite empty feeling. They didn't have the warmth or it didn't have the pain of the other ones.
It was like a hollow coldness. Not like a smooth. A salve's a little cold, but it's smooth and it has a lovely soft texture. This was just cold through my bones and my veins, and it lit up my symbol.
Yeah, look, since I died and came back, I had a bit of chance to reflect and realize a few things, and Mala was not there either when I died. Kalimbo wasn't there, no one was there, it was just a head. And that wasn't even a deity, it was just Macredius. And I don't know, ever since coming back alive I feel a bit empty and not very loved anymore. And maybe reflect on how I think about you guys a bit more.
What do you mean by that?
Perhaps I misinterpreted a few things that were said to me. Most notably you, Horacio, and I'm a little bit embarrassed to say, but you had mentioned you liked women that do the cutting, and then I made my healing cut into people to try and impress you. But that only brought suffering and pain. So I changed it to just be hollow and cold, like the area around us.
Svieta, I didn't know.
That's okay.
Did I tell you that I like women who cut
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
I think you were talking...
We were in the hospital.
surgeons?
you were
Yeah.
talking about...
All right.
So Sveta's been riding on that wave of like
Oh
just
my God.
misunderstanding.
That's amazing, by the way. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Sveta, I was talking about female surgeons. That is still kind of adorable. And
No.
I really appreciate it.
It's okay. I thought like the meat bird is. I can't get rid of that one. It's
I don't
I
think
can't
we
change
could,
it.
even if we tried to get rid of it.
I'll
no.
never forget that. That was fucking weird.
That one's born out of anger. I think. I don't think it's going away anytime soon. But the healing is just how I feel right now. It is emotional.
So do you feel like you have some degree of control over the nature of your healing?
I feel stronger about it. Yes. Since the cabin, I feel I have a lot more control over it.
Do you feel like your healing is more you now? Or are you still finding yourself, do you think?
I still feel like I want to find myself a bit more. I still feel uncertain about a lot of things, especially Mala. But once I finish my totem for him, maybe I might feel a bit more closer to him.
Do you want to connect more closely with Mala? Do you feel that might be what you're missing?
I feel indebted to something. And well, since I got saved by, I think it was Sylvanus, and now Mala has taken over, I don't know. I just feel still a bit lost. Like I don't know what I should be doing.
Sveta, when you died, you have to understand that we were trying to everything to get to you and to bring you back. Like we didn't want to leave you there in the cold by yourself.
I know, I saw you would hug the bowl for some reason. I think I understand what you were trying to do, and you were trying to pray me back to life, and Carnelian was trying to find stuff to make things work again.
I think he was taking the most logical approach more than any of us.
It made me really appreciate you guys and traveling with you. I still feel hesitation for some reason.
Is it fear of dying again?
A little bit. We got pretty close just before. We were not strong enough. And I'm not strong enough to protect you all. And I don't want any of you to die.
I mean, I've really leapt into Callan pretty hard. Surprised he hasn't cast me out, to be honest. I've been calling him everything. Every name under the sun, but he still seems to be there for me. I think he sees beyond that.
So perhaps I should call Mala something else and...
No, I think with Kellamvor at least, I can't speak for all gods, but Kellamvor at least, I think he can sense my devotion and enthusiasm. Even though I call him K-Dog sometimes.
I do like that. And Special K.
Special K. Yes.
Well, maybe my magic is trying to reach out to Kalimvor over Mala, but we'll see how that goes.
Well, indications are pretty strong that perhaps, at the very least, Kellamvor has taken notice of what you're doing. I mean, My symbol lit up when you healed me.
No, I saw that. I think that's a good sign.
I think it means he's listening.
Maybe.
He's watching.
But if I flip-flop between gods too much, I'm worried they might smite me. Or... I don't know how it works.
How do god battles work? That's a good one, Svieta.
Hmm.
Callan versus Malar. Who would win?
I don't know. Maybe when I finish my hand, we might find out, and maybe I can summon him. I've been collecting fingers to make a hand totem.
Oh, yes.
Oh, cool. That's
Because
cool.
it's Malar's paw.
Yep.
I want a symbol too.
Mm.
You've got your symbol and you got Beefcliff somewhere. Carnelian, I don't know if you pray to a god.
The Crag Mother?
No, we worship Kurtlemac. He's well, at least according to the stories, he's the first of our kind.
The biggest kobold.
And yes.
The Kobold Prime.
Yeah, he sprung forth from a wound caused to a very ancient dragon.
That's how they all come out.
Yeah, I would believe that.
That's fascinating.
And he set the standard for what we should be. So,
Does he demand worship or devotion in any regard? Is he a true deity, or is he?
He is a true deity. He does not demand worship, but he does. But without the worship of him, we don't have a place in the afterlife.
I see.
We worship him because we are not particularly welcome amongst the human or the elven or the dwarven or any of the other pantheons.
So you mean to say that Callan does not judge kobolds?
Oh, Callan absolutely judges us. At least as far as I'm aware. I haven't died. But when we pass on, we must pass on to our, to the person that we worship.
I see.
I like that. Something poetic about that.
If you don't worship a god, well then, do you just go to a hell or something where Makul is...
Oh god, I hope not. But maybe. I haven't thought about it.
Well, I hope
I'm not
not.
too concerned.
I'm a little concerned for you.
I'm too focused on this life.
I want to live my life like that, not worrying. I mean, I've already died once. I mean, it was horrible.
But you're back and you're here.
I am, and I'm being sandwiched.
Oh! I'll just shuffle across a little bit.
Carnelian, while you're here, look, honestly, you are a very impressive little chap. You have, surprisingly good outlook on life considering all the hardships you've been through and the torment, blah, blah, blah. But you're really good at magic, and I really respect that. And I would like to, if I can, maybe get some... I'm not so good at magic, but I'm becoming more powerful, and I'd like to lean more into it. Would you be able to show me a thing or two here and there, or give me some pointers along the way?
I'd love to. I've never really taught much of anything before, but I can certainly try.
I'd really appreciate that. And maybe you can tell me more about Kentabong.
Kurtlemac.
You're on the right track by calling him a different name.
Kentabong.
That's dangerous advice, sir.
Maybe I could become a honorary kobold.
Honorary kobold.
Truly the tallest of kobolds, then.
With the best hair.
Yeah. You still have some of that conditioner from the towel from before.
Yes, I stole so much of that.
Magic is difficult, but you definitely can do it. I'm sure there's something that I can impart onto you.
Just anything you can think of here and there. It doesn't have to be right now, but I mean, if you see me do something wrong or anything that I could improve in any way, I'm always looking to be better in combat.
Oh, I have an idea for that, if you hear me out. If I change into... Yeah, you mentioned that you wanted to try this. If I change into a dog, You could ride me into battle.
You'd have to be quite a big dog.
Oh, there would be a dire wolf, of course.
Well, that
It wouldn't be like a dog cliff.
That would be so fucking cool.
Would be pretty majestic.
Food for thought. Maybe next time we come across fighting suits of armor or something.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It would be pretty cool.
I'd need a headband or something. Like a tribal warrior.
I got a leather strap.
That'll do.
There you go.
Thank you. Tied around my forehead.
You almost look like someone's going to put you in a chair and zap you out.
Horatio, also, do you want your mace back?
No,
You
please.
seem without a weapon in close combat.
Oh, Callan is my weapon. You keep it. You're much more effective with it than I am.
Okay. Do you want a dagger?
I already gave him a dagger.
Young Carnelian here gave me a dagger very generously, but I appreciate the offer.
It's okay.
How old do you think I am?
You're about 10, aren't you?
You mentioned you were like 21 or something like that.
21.
Yeah. I
I was wondering
remember.
what I was serving you. I'm just going to run with it. He can handle his liquor well for a primary school kid.
I mean, you are the youngest here, so.
How old do you think I get?
Maybe double.
You cocoon into a dragonborn later.
My people cap out at about 3 feet tall.
He just watches like the expression from Horacio's face just evaporates. He's just blank.
I've probably done all the growing I'm ever going to do.
You're so small.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, you're a very solid 3 foot. Congratulations.
I'm not even 3 feet tall.
Sorry.
Could have fooled us, right? Right.
Yeah,
You look 3 foot.
Yeah, easy 3.
It's all that
Measure
standing
again.
on barrels I do.
Measure again.
Yeah.
You're a 3.
It makes me think that Horacio's just under the impression that they have this child dragonborn this entire time.
This little
It's
lad
like
falling us around.
a 12-year-old dragonborn following the party playing a violin.
You'll grow one day.
He'll grow up big and strong, I'm sure of it.
Oh dear. Oh, Horatio, poor old Horatio's learning a lot today.
Do you think it was weird when like a 10-year-old was murdering like everyone we come across?
I just assume they age quickly. They develop quickly for their age, that's all.
I mean, we do.
So when are you an adult?
Right now?
10?
Okay. So what are you, like a human 40?
It's actually a bit weird. We mature quicker than humans, but we live longer than humans. Assuming, like, I don't get eaten by a bear, I could live to be, like, 120.
Is that some kind of adaptation to life in the crags?
No, I think it's because we come from dragons.
Oh.
Like, we literally have dragon blood in us, because, you know, I said before, Turtleneck came from dragon blood.
Right.
I want dragon blood now. That sounds cool.
I wouldn't mind a vial.
Yeah, can I
Don't
have
look at
some?
me. I have kobold blood.
Oh.
There's just a very little amount of dragon blood in it.
Yeah, but maybe it's not as potent, but hey, better than nothing.
It could also be a metaphor, but
The concept sounds cool.
well, if we can kill this Shardolin dragon, then maybe you can go get your own dragon blood. Not from it, but like if we can kill the Shardolin dragon, maybe we can kill a real dragon.
Maybe so. Maybe dragon blood is an ingredient to make one.
A dragon?
A dragon automaton.
Oh, maybe?
There's a lot. I'm sure there's a lot involved with creating one, and I can only imagine what sort of ingredients would go into it. But I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that there's some dragon blood in there.
Well, Old made one like just yesterday or even this morning when he unleashed it on the 10 towns.
I'm fairly certain it took more than a morning to make.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, I just assumed that was the same one that's been going around the whole time. Oh, I hope I'm right. I hope you're not right, and there's multiple.
That is a rather disturbing thought, but let's hope there's only. If he had more, he probably would have sent them all out at once.
No.
Well, I guess speaking of the dragon, should we wrap this up and maybe go save the goddamn world?
I would like to, yes. I'm going to heal myself on this short rest.
Carnelian is if people are spending hit dice, he's going to Song of Rest. So
Please.
add an extra d6 to your healing.
Perfect. Yeah. I'm just going to do the one.
I will have to use both. Because I'm feeling a bit half off.
Fellow members of the group, I just want to say something. I'm feeling a little spiritually weak, shall we say.
What do you mean?
I feel like my source of energy may be waning, because typically I only recover it when I go to bed at night, and so I don't know how much I can be relied on for more powerful spells for the rest of today. So just an FYI.
We'll try and stay safe.
Yeah, and I've salved you all too, so
Yes.
I've got one healing. I've got one spell left in me. I feel. I can't be sure, but I feel like I've got approximately one first level spell.
This is one of those weird things where spell slots are actually like acknowledged in universe.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, people talk about casting like first and second and third level spells and the amount of times they can do it per day.
Yeah.
In the universe of
Well,
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, they have to talk about it because it's a thing.
Well, I want you to know I will hopefully be able to cast a spell, and I don't want you to freak out if I do, if you're feeling a bit so. I have the spell Wither and Bloom, and I'm very excited to use it. Because it suctions the life out of people and gives it to someone else.
I see.
And I'm very excited. I
Jeez.
really want to use it.
Okay.
As terrifying as that sounds, Sveta, after hearing what you've had to say, I trust you completely.
Thank you.
So wither or bloom me, dealer's choice.
I'd rather bloom you.
I would also rather the bloom. Thank you.
I don't know if you'd let me, considering it's supposed to be like restful, but like, what's the go on like ritually casting a detect magic? If you want us to like,
I'm okay with it.
all right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So, Wodun,
Yes.
besides your booby statue, boob
Yes.
cliff, if you will, did you grab anything else from that room? Or did we grab anything else from that room?
I think we
lot.
cleaned that chest out mostly,
Did
and
we?
I cleaned this chest out. If you know what I mean.
I'm pretty sure removing all of the stuff from the chest is what triggered the gas trap.
What was in there?
All right, let's go through the bag.
Yeah, what do we got?
Okay, so I'm assuming Carnelian's going through some of the stuff. that was
Carnelian
there.
will like go through it all one at a time.
Okay, so I did mention, like when we were going through it, there's quite a lot of very valuable items here. There's dwarven sandals, smoking jackets, all of it is very highly decorated and looks like it's worth quite a bit. One of the other things happens though, when you're pulling everything out and just sort of taking stock of what you've picked up already, you sort of just upend the bag and empty it out. You see all this valuable stuff. And there's something that you didn't actually notice before that you grabbed when you just scooped everything out of the chest. And it is a rolled up leather scroll tied in red string. Looks like it was at the very bottom of the case, so whoever scooped it up just whipped it in.
Let's have a look at this.
Does anyone know how scrolls work? If I open it, will it blow up in my face?
No, you have to read it and activate it.
Oh, good.
Is
I'll undo the scroll.
You open up the scroll, and what you can see written on the leather is sequences of numbers written in Dwarvish. You guys can, I think a couple of you guys can read Dwarvish, right?
Yeah, I think I can. Yeah? Please continue.
So there are sets of numbers all grouped into threes. And there's 8 of them. I will throw it in the Discord if you guys want to see it.
Oh, this sounds like a puzzle.
Magic numbers. Solved. Oh no,
Next
9's
puzzle.
not a magic number. 1 3 6 2 5 2 9 7 5 4 3 4 8 2 7 5 6 3 7 1 4 2 9 9. Those aren't lost numbers. The
No,
fuck?
they're not.
This is 2 rows of 4 triplets. if you
Yes,
like.
that's correct. Yeah, so there's 8 sets in total of 3. And that was in the same chest as all of the really valuable items.
Could this be some sort of cipher from a book?
Maybe. Can I have a look at it for a moment, please?
Here you go.
Can I try to look at it and think really hard and try to ascertain some kind of, possibility of what it might be?
Throw me an investigation check.
Okay. If that's what you want. Shit. 8.
You sort of looking over the sheet you sort of folded over. It's only those sets of numbers. There's nothing else written here. You do a quick look over, and it doesn't appear that the scroll's magical. And you don't get the sense that there's a sort of an arcane meaning behind it. And the numbers are not in any kind of arcane writing. They're just straight up dwarvish. Apart from that, the only thing that you might be able to discern with that roll is this was in the chest with a bunch of valuable items. You think it's got to be important somewhere.
Oh, I know what this is. This is actually my tips for the Waterdeep Derby. That's right. I'm just kidding. I don't know what the hell it is.
A little excited for a moment. I thought you did. Did we pick up any books? Or does it correspond to each gem on the jacket? I don't know.
If you want to roll your own investigation check, you can.
Yeah, it might be trash, but I'll try.
Let's
Do you
go
want
for
to
it.
look, Svet?
Yes, please. It's a 3.
Nothing more than what ratio?
Could be anything.
Carnelian's going to give it a go as well.
22.
22.
shit.
Ooh.
Chalky milk.
What did Carnelian get though? As well?
Good question. 16.
16. With the 16, so you sort of come to the same conclusion as Horacio, that it's something that's important, and maybe very important to Zardarok, because it was in his chest. The 22 from Wodun, I mean, you're just sort of thinking about it, and you're like, well, why would this scroll be in with a bunch of items that are just valuable? Straight up just valuable. And you sort of then realize that maybe it's valuable not because of the items that are in the chest, but because it's valuable to Zardarok, which might mean that somewhere in here it'll help or something, or it'll provide information, but you haven't maybe discovered what that is. You don't think it's like to do with stuff in the chest or in that room, but maybe something else.
Might be some sort of inventory or a combination.
Combination
for
for a safe is what I was thinking.
Fine deduction, Wodun.
I'm very intelligent.
That was amazing.
Been solving puzzles since I was a wee boy.
Insight check.
I have not been solving puzzles since I was a wee boy.
It's a 15 on insight.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not even gonna. Don't worry.
Sorry, I just said I was going to stop lying, and then I immediately lied to you.
You did say you were gonna try
From right now, I'll be better. From right now.
Insight.
16.
He's going to try.
Okay.
it's gonna try.
Look, trying is half the battle.
Okay. The other half is incredible violence.
I tell myself that every time I'm about to perform heart surgery.
That's not working out
At
for
least
you.
I had a crack, right?
Alright, guys, open up the WikiHow on this.
Can you just have your hands out like this for a second? I want to see how shaky they are.
They're just like
Steady.
statues.
Nice.
Not mine. Well, mine are not bad.
Pretty
but, yeah.
steady.
But yeah, his are like statues.
They
For,
might-
for those listening, about nearly everyone at the table just suddenly held their hands out the same way to see how stable they were.
Mine aren't very stable. I'm very tired.
All right. So if you guys are finishing up on your rest, so one of the things that I'd like you to do at the very end of this rest, hey, Andrew,
Yes.
roll me a D100.
Oh, boy.
Oh, are
Always fun.
Are you wild magic right
I
now?
love percentiles.
23.
23.
Ah, yes,
Okay.
I was hoping that. You died.
No.
The exact number for death.
What are the odds?
I will direct you to Discord, and then
It just says you died.
Oh, man.
It's like
Must
the,
resist.
it's like the just like an image of like the Dark Souls font. You
You
died.
died. Well, we're in a castle too, so it's appropriate.
When was the last bonfire?
Oh, right now. Poof.
It's true. It
Yeah,
was.
it was getting edgy. It's been a while.
Okay,
Could cast a bonfire.
so now that that's sorted, what do you guys want to do?
Sorted.
Group hug.
Someone res me, please. Just jokes.
Bonfire.
Oh!
I don't know, maybe the dwarven jacket has like a 500 gold, value diamond on it somewhere that we could use to...
There's a lot of gems. Well, there's this floor to explore still, or downstairs into a chapel.
What do we have left on this floor? I mean, actually, you know what? We are here now, and does this lift go down again, Callan? I think we
Yes.
asked this last time, yeah.
So I think you also asked this of
Qualkin.
Qualkin. Thank you.
Fellow.
I got it. We got there in the end.
Yeah.
Both of these, the elevators that you've seen, so the one that's in the opposite sort of room and this one, go both to the top, this middle floor, and the bottom. They just come out at different places.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but perhaps we should go down and have a look.
That's very brave of you.
We should, yes.
You can hold my tail if that's going to comfort you. It's very soft.
And
Mine.
mine.
Oh.
He winks at you.
Oh, shoot. I mean, I've got two hands.
I
I'm
can.
so confused.
I can let you know that because you have done some exploring on this floor, there's only really two doors that you haven't opened that you've found already.
Are they far from here?
They're just in this area. So, I mean, I'm not saying you have to go investigate them, but there's two known doors that you...
Yeah, thank you.
It's only because it's been a week or two between descriptions.
Well, I mean, I think there's only a couple more rooms here. Well, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'm worried with...
Should keep these valuables secure. I start loading them into my bag.
Yes, good thinking.
I'm worried that
Can you
we
just-
might come across more suits of armor.
Yeah, we might come across worse down there.
What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to check out the other two rooms that you know about on this floor, or do you want to go down?
I think we go down.
I think we go down.
Go down.
Oh, okay, we're doing it. Yep.
Tail?
Sorry.
Can I offer you a tail in this troubling time? I'll take the tail. Thank you, Svieta. It's very fuzzy, and I do like it.
I'm glad. Please don't.
I am a little comforted by it.
Oh, that's good.
Don't tug on it.
Don't bend it.
I won't bend it, but I may tug a little if I
Okay.
panic.
That's okay. It should-
One panicked elevator ride later.
We literally go 1 inch. Oh God! No.
Okay.
Alright, let's go down. Down.
All right.
Down
So-
to Goblin Town. Sorry.
You guys all pile into the elevator. As I said, it's sort of just big enough to contain all of you. And you select it's like a lever basically for up and down and whatnot. So you hit the button to go down, and the chains come to life. You can clearly hear that the mechanisms, like this whole fortress, has never been quiet since you've been here. It's filled with that hazy smoke. Smell and sight, and just that constant clinking, but you can hear the elevator roar to life as you descend deeper into the heart of the mountain. You descend, and the cage plunges deeper and deeper into the rock until you come into a dark room where the elevator comes to rest, has a large gear to your right and a wall to your left. And if you take a look at the map, you can see that there is a door directly in front of the elevator that you come down. But let me read... Well, do you step out of the elevator is the question, I guess. What do you want to do?
Not
Yeah.
me.
Wait a minute, what was that?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Saw something on the map move. Wodun's going to walk past everyone in the elevator, and he's just going to be holding like a massive gnarled spear that looks very similar to the one that he made out of your staff
Oh yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
He's just going to walk casually past you out into the area.
Actually,
Well,
before we
Let's get going.
Before we continue, sorry, Andrew, not to interrupt, but I did mean to bring this up, probably just for the listening audience. really quickly. So what you're describing just now is that you've chosen a different form for your pact weapon, right?
Yes.
Which is back to being a melee weapon. So what is the question that raises is, what does that hat mean for the laser? We're doing some thinking on this, and I sort of like the idea of still having that weapon in the party. It's been a lot of fun. So I've made a ruling around this that because Wodun has pacted it before, he's become intimately familiar with this item. So, to that end, Wodun, specifically out of the party, does not need to make the alien intelligence check to wield the laser weapon. In addition, I will also count it as a martial weapon for Wodun, which he is proficient in, which means that he can use his dexterity for attack and damage on this weapon. So just so everyone knows, the laser's not gone anywhere. Wodun still has it. It's just not his pact weapon anymore.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
And now you have a...
Now I have a spear.
Where did you get that spear?
I just made it out of magic. While we were in the lift, did you even notice?
No.
I'm very sneaky.
Actually, I'm getting out of this. I don't know why I'm staying in it any longer than I have to.
Okay.
Wait up. Hey, where did you get that spear?
Just made it out of magic.
Wow.
So you all step out into this room. The elevator shaft terminates in this room. A large stone wheel next to the iron cage turns constantly. West of the wheel is a Duragar encased in a cruel-looking exoskeletal construct, his face a mask of pain. This is a face that you've seen before. This is one of those Duragar hammerers. The Duragar hammerer looks like he hasn't seen you at the moment.
I wonder if I can suggest that he just ignore us.
Suggest that he walks into the gear. I don't think you'd suggest them to do self-harm.
Yeah. Maybe just turn a blind eye. Unless he responds to our gang signs.
I don't think these ones are even have the capacity to do that.
Can I try? It might anger him. My charisma is pretty shit.
I think as soon as he sees us...
Absolutely go ahead and try, because the other alternative is that we stab him to death.
Yeah, he's going to fight when he sees us.
Okay. Alright. I'm going to cast Suggestion.
So I think you need to... Is a prerequisite for that, for the helm, you need to do Detect Thoughts first?
How dare you ask me this question?
So I only ask relevant questions.
That's fine. Oh, I need a bit of honeycomb.
No.
Sorry, I won't look at material components ever again.
It's a magic item. It costs without the material components.
Honeycomb.
Sorry.
It's funny you should ask, because I actually stole some honeycomb from Lady Marmalade's table.
Who's Lady Marmalade?
I don't know, that woman upstairs.
Oh. Tailgate. Mudflap. Lady Mudflap.
Mudflap.
Oh, jeez.
No,
Yeah.
we shouldn't do this.
Maybe you shouldn't eat that. It's from the Underdark.
Underdark honey.
Yeah, it's
Underdark food is good. What do you have against
little bitter,
Underdark
but
food?
it's alright.
Gross.
Okay.
What's
Well,
wrong
we're-
with snails?
You can cast the Detect Thought spell from it as long as you maintain concentration. While focusing on a creature with Detect Thought, you can...
Shit, you can't overboard.
This is my laser gun. I have to make 2 checks. It's the
But
worst.
Detect Thoughts doesn't require it. Oh, well,
It does.
okay.
If they're not willing to
No.
accept my invitation.
Doesn't Detect Thoughts only require a save if you want to, like, be
If you go
intrusive?
deeper, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Where in
the
the
first
cell-
one
you
you
ca-
get...
you use
get
an action-
surface thoughts for free,
Yeah.
and then you can do Detect Thoughts.
Suggestion spell from the helm is... So, the spell save DC for Detect Thoughts is 13.
Yeah.
And then it says, while focusing on a creature with Detect Thoughts, you can use an action to cast the Suggestion spell, which is another spell save DC.
Yeah. But what I think Andrew's pointing out, and I think he's correct, there's 2 parts of Detect Thoughts. You can delve into the deeper thoughts and see what people are hiding.
No,
And
I
that's-
have to cast it, and then I have to use a bonus action to send a telepathic message to a creature I'm focused on.
Yes, if you do the deeper Detect Thoughts, right?
That's only what it's here. I'll show
Sorry.
show this to you.
For the duration, read the thoughts of certain creatures when you cast a spell as your action each turn.
I think once you have Detect Thoughts, you get the surface level bullshit. And then you get the other stuff. And then I have to, like, suggest in their mind?
Initially learn sort of function. You can either shift attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper. If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom save. So you don't need to probe deeper if you want to cast a suggestion spell from the helm.
Yeah, but to make the initial detect thoughts, they still have to make a save.
It doesn't say that.
For the helm of detect thoughts, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, not the spell.
Sorry, I was looking at the spell.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not looking at the spell.
1 second. Helm of Telepathy, right?
Yep.
Using action, you can cast a detect thought spell, save DC 13 from it. So, I'm going to make this a ruling because it makes sense to me. You can use the helm to cast detect thoughts as the spell detect thoughts, which means you get the surface level stuff for free. From that, you can cast suggestion, and that does require a save. If you want to go deeper, that's the DC 13. That's where it'll come into play.
Okay.
But if you just want to do the surface thoughts and then cast suggestion, you won't need to make 2 checks, just 1.
Okay.
Okay?
It still might go bad. Alright.
Okay.
Probe him.
I probe him. And a little gummy worm in my head will
What?
like this like this little antenna will just like go around and
Oh, it's in the
fidget.
helm.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yes. I was like, is there worms in your head?
I don't know what it looks like. It's meant to be some sort of slug.
Mm.
It's not an actual helmet.
Brain slug.
I'll draw it and then
Brain
It's like a
Oh,
slug cap.
please.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I still want to make it owl shaped because I want to.
Our slug.
Owl slug.
Okay. Your slug vibrates with intensity,
Thank you.
and you feel yourself, like you feel the room around you go a little bit darker to your perception, almost like you're just focusing in on your own mind. And you start hearing whispers all around you. It's the sound of other minds that are talking and you can't quite catch. You hear the voice of Wodun, Horacio, Carnelian, other voices you don't recognize. They must be close.
Where did he get that spear? Spear.
Yeah.
Slug
I know you.
doing?
I know you can read my thoughts better.
Hello.
Yum 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 yum.
As the,
Tune that out.
Probe deeper.
as the meows fade away and the other voices, you start honing in on your target, which is this Durga hammer in front of you. The only thoughts that you hear are racked with intense pain. It's almost like this thing is screaming within its own head over and over again. You can feel that pain almost surge through you. It makes you sort of gasp in the sudden rush of it. There are no intelligible thoughts here. He's just almost rambling. You hear things about the deep, the dark, the light. You hear things about rock and stone and hewn flesh from... That's not that funny. You hear hewn flesh from bone. And you just hear anger and madness all in one. Roll me an Arcana check with advantage.
This strange little quadruped called Molly. Rock and stone!
Can I get a rock and stone?
A nat 20, which brings it to 20.
Oh, and that's 20.
Natural
Yeah.
20.
Oh my god.
Boom!
Okay. One of the things I'm going to give you for free here,
Yeah.
this kind of mind, this kind of broken, insane person is so far gone off the spectrum of mortal comprehension. Like, there's no way of communicating with this thing. As a consequence, you are 100% sure that if you tried to cast a suggestion spell, it would not work.
As a woman, I know if you just tell someone to calm down, it
Oh, that helps.
automatically works.
100% every
Yeah.
time.
Little known secret.
Yep.
Sorry. So suggestion just won't work.
You are confident to a percentage of 100
Okay.
that it would be a waste of suggestion because this thing could not be charmed. It couldn't hear your voice properly.
Okay.
It just seems to be anger and madness.
I'll dial out from him. Can I use the helm just to talk to Carnelian?
Sure can. You
Dial into the meows.
you first start with the detect thoughts and you hear meow 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 and you hone in on the meows.
Carnelian, shush!
What?
He can't be charmed. He's beyond repair. We need to kill him and put him out of his misery. But maybe a silent surprise on him? Just slice him from behind. I don't know. We need to kill him.
Okay. Alright. But why me?
We could hear each other, and I thought it might be just easier to tell you.
Oh, okay. Let's sneak up on him and try and get the jump on him.
Also, you roll the best.
Oh, well then, hello.
I was about to say.
Sorry, I was listening.
This is now communal teleconference.
Yeah, I was going to say, hey, Wodun, have you noticed Svieta and Carnelian are staring at each other? Do you think they're a thing?
Horacio, I think your video's frozen. Just turn your camera off and turn it back on.
Okay, I'll try.
That's better. Yeah, though, it's weird. I think we should...
I can hear you.
Oh. Sorry, I'm not sure what we're doing.
Because you're talking, and I can hear you.
Oh, yes.
No, what's the plan?
No,
guys?
we're not a thing. We just need to kill that guy.
Okay.
I was trying to be stealthy.
Okay. Carnelian, you better kill that guy.
You're really good at it.
Alright. Anyway. Do all of you want to try and jump this guy?
Fuck
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
Everyone first roll me a stealth check.
Oh,
Is yours disadvantage?
yes.
Actually, mine is 2, I think. Yep, because of that sweet. Oh my
God!
So, disadvantage, right?
Yeah. So I'm expecting a 1.
2 natural 20s.
What? That's bull. Let me see that trade.
Can you give me one? Because I rolled a nat 1.
I rolled a
Can we do that?
dirty one.
A dirty one.
Dirty one.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, Carnelian, what did you roll?
I rolled like a 2, so...
Oh, that's not good.
I think Horatio silenced us all.
I don't think that's ever going to
doctor's-
happen again.
No.
That's awesome.
Callan has blessed me this night.
Truly.
So I got like a 6.
6, yeah?
3 from a nat 1. I'm really quiet.
But you're not.
I didn't clip my nails.
Shockingly, you're able to creep up on this thing.
Dude, his thoughts were really loud.
He's probably distracted by something.
His
Constant
pain.
agony.
Yeah.
Enough of you out of the group passed his perception check to sneak up.
I
and
passed
therefore,
twice.
and therefore the group is able to sneak up.
Yes.
If you're going to do so, everyone gets a surprise round on this thing, and you get to roll with advantage for attacks.
Do the cold shot on his thing because he can't make reactions while he's surprised.
What cold shot?
Oh, the
He can make cold shots on his on the dwarf torso for extra
What's
damage.
a cold shot?
What's a cold shot?
remember what Zimma's referring to is that these things have a special trait where if you hit their body rather than the metal bits, it does additional damage.
Oh, okay.
Can we get the bodies from behind?
You know what? Sure.
Their back's exposed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ding-a-ling once someone else hits it.
Okay. If you guys want to roll to hit.
Oh, roll a hit. Nice.
Oh wait.
Nat 20.
Nat 20!
Oh my god!
You're kidding me.
Not a nat 20.
Oh,
Yes.
advantage, roll again.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, you do.
Oh!
Do we have to roll initiative?
You know,
Not now.
Jesus. That's. You guys are telling me I roll like crazy.
Usually.
We were so inspired by Tim.
Yeah, no, Tim
Oh yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Tim leading the way here.
Oh man, that's awesome.
I'm also just for shiggles going to roll the wisdom save.
Disadvantage, nat 20.
I rolled a 1. Not a natural 1. Adjusted 1. Everyone give me a damage. Double damage for everyone.
Can I shillelagh my damage?
Yes. Yeah, I assume the shillelagh out. And add an additional 1d10, which means for a crit is 2d10 each.
Whoa,
Yeah.
I don't even think I'll have to ding.
You just roll your damage as well.
7,
I didn't.
21.
I'll just do a regular ding.
24 or up.
24, okay.
Regular ding. Shit. 19 necrotic.
19
On top of the
necrotic.
dead.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a cantrip, baby.
21, 19,
23.
23.
Thanks for the extra d10.
What was the D10 thing? Just to add an extra one.
Yeah,
Double dice.
so if you attack the body specifically, you get an extra d10 of damage, and because you crit, you get 2d10.
You get double dice.
Yeah.
Do I roll them twice or do I
You
double
roll
them?
you roll them twice usually.
Thank God.
Oh, 2d10s.
2d10s, yeah,
Oh.
because
Because it's also a
It's
crit.
also a crit, yeah.
30.
30, okay.
22.
22. Well. The entire party manages to sneak up on this poor, tormented soul, I will say. And as you creep up and lunge towards him, he starts to turn around, hearing the slightest bit of footsteps as you approach him, exposing his bare chest to all of your weapons, and you skewer him. He has been so overkilled, there is no hope. Svieta, the little slug on your head starts vibrating and you can feel the pained cries disappear and extinguish.
That's good.
He is now at peace, but probably likened to a porcupine. Congratulations!
Oh yeah.
That was so satisfying.
Wow.
Holy...
It's like one of those Avengers combos where they all do their thing on it.
Oh, like the start of Age of Ultron. We'll go in.
Yeah.
One by one.
You're now standing in this room. What do you guys want to do?
We should, like... Does the door have, like, any sort of, like, hole or, like, a keyhole or, like...
You approach the door that's in this room to the north, or the one that's in the...
Oh, there is a door behind us.
There's a door behind you and a door to the north. So door to the north and a door to the east.
Door to the north first, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it might be some sort of cupboard or something, maybe? It's only a single door compared to the doubles that are next to us.
I'm for it.
Okay.
I would like to examine the door and see if there is maybe something, like, check if it's locked. see if there's
Investigation check.
See
I
if
would
there's
like
a
to
keyhole.
bless this child.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Something-
14.
The door doesn't appear to be locked or have a keyhole. It looks like it's just a regular door.
Could I, like, perceive anybody on the other side with my ears?
You listen in, do a perception.
Bless those ears. I touch your fuzzy ears.
That is...
Different fuzz. Not the same as Svieta.
It's downy.
Adolescent fuzz.
Oh, yeah. Are you sure you're not 10?
God.
I am quite positive. 24.
What you hear, Carnelian, through the door, this whole place sort of clinks and tingles and you can hear these kind of mechanisms all through. But listening through the door, you think you hear the sound of chains, maybe, moving ever so slightly. Like distinctly in this next room.
It doesn't sound like there's anybody in here, so... but everybody move up, because I'd like to open the door.
Move up.
Okay, here I come.
Get that spear ready, Wodun.
I angle the spear towards the door.
I angle my bell.
And then... open the door.
Alright, you open the door and look out, and you can see a room that looks like it's sort of twists and turns around a bit, and you can see the edge of a large figure that looks to be made of stone, some sort of statue in the distance. And at the base of it, in the dark, you can see the barely moving form of some sort of figure lying at its base. It looks like it's chained to it. What that figure is, you guys will have to work out next week on Reflex Save.
They can just hang out.
Get him, kid!
Who's that man?
Well, if they're chained, then hopefully they're not our enemy.
Then that means they can't fight back.
What? Garnets? These are only semi-precious.
January.
As if you wouldn't be
Hey! Hey!
gross.
Oh.
Why?